about changing things on your pistons and crankshaft. If you change your pistons, your conrods, pins, anything in the rotating mass, it's important that you try to maintain the weight of whatever came out. If your pistons, for instance, weigh 250 grams, as an example, your old ones, your pistons and pins, then you want to be looking at replacing them with pistons of the same weight. The higher the compression pistons that you buy, which is for instance 8.6 with these, the heavier the pistons will be, because the pistons, the way they get the higher compression is the distance between where the pin locks onto your conrod and the top of the piston in the crown here. What they do is they add material to it, which increases your compression ratio. I think that makes sense. When you increase your compression ratio, you increase the weight. When you go for a lower compression piston, it's the opposite way around. They reduce the height of the material that's in the piston crown, and then you get a lower weight. Doing that sounds no big deal. But if you've had your crank balance, which they do at Meriden, when these bikes came out of Meriden, and certainly the ones that went to the US, they went out with 7.9 to 1 compression pistons. As from what I've been able to establish, you can't buy 7.9 to 1 compression pistons anymore. Very good. But that means that the balance factor is going to be wrong, or it's going to change. Now, what I've been able to do is 8.6 to 1 compression pistons are too heavy, and they give me a balance factor of 68%, which is terrible. The bike will wobble around and bounce around all over the place. 7.5 to 1 compression pistons are pretty close. So what I've done is using these pistons, I've had a new set of pins made to correct the weight. They were too light with the originals that come from Hepalite, so I've just had some pins made that are slightly heavier to correct that weight difference. So I now got a balance factor of 71.37%, and that's fine. Anything between 71 and 73% is good. 71% gives you a quiet vibration range, or a smooth vibration range, around 3,500 to 5,500 RPM. 72% gives you a smooth vibration range around 3,000 RPM to about 5. 73% gives you about a smooth vibration range of 2,500 RPM to about 4,500 RPM. When you go above 4,500 RPM, you will start to get vibration of some description, but it's a very high pitched vibration, and you'll feel it in your fingers. You'll get like numb fingers if you're getting up into around 6,000-7,000 RPM range. I don't like that. So I use 71%, and that gives me a higher rev range, useful rev range. So I'm running at between 3,500 and 5,500 RPM, and I run the bike at that, as you've probably seen when I'm making my videos. Yeah, I'm comfortable with that. You can't get these bikes to be balanced from 1,500 RPM all the way through to 7,000 RPM. It's just not possible with this engine design. When you go and get your crank dynamically balanced, go for a rev range that will suit your riding style, which is what I did, which is 71% in my case. When I put these new low compression pistons in 7.5 to 1, I've had to do that because they don't make 7.9s anymore. I've got to make a compromise, but it's also important to get that weight as near as I can, so which is why I had the pins made. When I get the bike running, it should be about the same as it was before. Makes sense, I think. If you change your conrods, your pistons, your pins, anything in the rotating mass, you are changing the weight. So it's very, very important to check all those weights and make sure that everything is the same as what you take out. If you make a change to any of that, then you need to get your crank rebalanced. It's as simple as that. If you don't, you'll end up spending a fortune on your engine, and then when you start to run it, you'll be very, very disappointed because the thing will bounce around all over the road, and you'll get some terrible vibration, either low end, where the bike will be bouncing around as it's idling, or all the way through the rev range. You've got to get it right. It's not a game, and it makes a huge difference. You can destroy your engine if it's too far out. Hope that helps.